But let's take a look and start at the very top on the left-hand side where we see the Eight of Pentacles, and this is around your work and prospects zone. It's actually a really cool card to have turn up there, and given that those two Pentacle cards are together, I think that money might be on your mind a little bit in the month of April, and for some of you it might be work-associated money and finances and career things. So that Eight of Pentacles is a positive card. It's about the fact that this person sitting there has taken the time to use his skills and achieve much, and it's been a slow, steady trip to the top, but along the way he's gained expertise and his craftsmanship is highly considered. Now, some of you may even work with your hands. I know a lot of Pisceans actually have their own companies. They're very creative, which I often think of as coming from the mind, but then put into reality in this world through your hands. So some of you could be artists or creative, like creating things, making things, if you like. Quite a few of my Piscean friends are interior designers, so they are able to dream up from their imagination and bring it into the physical world, and their work is highly considered, and people enjoy the talents that the Pisceans bring to us it's from another place. It's like it's a different place that they get their ideas and manifest them in. So it's a great card for you to have. It bodes success and it bodes triumph of your skills that you have gained over the years. And for those of you coming into the workforce, it's also telling you that if you've been training to do something or you've been working to get to a certain goal, there's success coming. So it also can be talking about your financial perspective in your job. Some of you may take a price jump up, like a pay rise. Some of you may see money coming in from debtors or creditors, debtors that owe you money that you've been waiting on. Some of you may be able to sell something that's worth more money than you anticipated, and it might be something that you made. It might be that some of you who are not self-employed but work for companies, your ideas or projects become valuable within a corporation because of the work and effort that you've put in behind it. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming to me about this, just quite successful in the career sector for you all. Now, one other thing I do think about in this card is the fact that some of those coins are off the stack and they're on the floor, and I think of them as being the lower number of coins, which I associate with the chakra zones on the body. So I often think that the base chakra and the sacral chakra are not entirely flowing, which can actually slow your creativity and your production down a bit. Now, this could be from a physical perspective, so some of you may need to actually literally stand up and realign your spines and the base of your spine and your legs. You might have been doing exactly what he's doing and crouching over something that's given you a stiff back. So you need to actually stand up, straighten up, and reinvigorate those parts of your body. Some of you may even want to get a new chair that you sit in, or a new office desk, or review the way that you are taking on your work. There is something there that does need a bit of manipulation or readjustment. So that could be in terms of physical or even at the mind stage. So there's just a couple of different meanings that are popping up through that card there. The second card is your home and needs, desires. So this is, we're still here in the financial sector. So some of you may have had a little bit of money that you want to spend on your home as well. So as I said, money seems to be on your minds. Now, you might be able to be making some money, so you think, okay, oh good, I've got a bit to spend on my home zone, which could be on a property, such as a property you own, or you might be thinking of purchasing a property or an investment. Or it could be things for your home, like another nice piece of furniture that you've had your eye on for a long time, or a lovely piece of art. Or you might want to do some renovations on your home. There's a lot of different things here that this card can mean, but oftentimes again it's a positive sign around finances, and sometimes it means money's coming to you, because that's that Knight of Pentacles is coming in offering you something. So some of you may have had your home on the market and you might get an offer for it. Others of you, as I said earlier, might be buying a home, and this could be in time where this becomes successful. So sales and transactions around the home, things to do with the handing over of money with anything in your home. So this could even be people that need money or have expenses and they're asking for your help as well. Could be your kids, could be your parents, could be friends, and something is about the fact that you're either handing money over or some is coming in. Either way, both of those positions are a wonderful place to be. We come to the third one, and this is luck and desires, and this is the Queen of Wands. Now, it's sort of, she's creative again. So even though you guys are the water sign and she's fire, she is very creative as well. So it seems as though your luck and your desires are still tied innately to your creative abilities. So the more you connect into that and tap into it for the month of April, the more successful you're going to be. And in turn, the more luck. You know, success and luck are actually two totally different things, but they tie in quite nicely together. Often the harder we work, the more success we have, and in theory it appears the more luck we have. So your creative power, when it's opened up and really flowing, because you do have this wonderful connection to creative resources from the universe, will enable you to perfunctorily draw on those energies and bring them into this realm to create more of your desires and bring up this luck again. She could also be a person that is in your life. She could be a fire sign person, often a female, or someone who exudes the female energies, and she could be part of your luck and desires. So she could actually be someone who brings something to you that was a passion of yours. She may be someone who offers you a new job or offers you support, or is the person who is the real estate agent who sells your house. You know, it could be something along those lines. So keep an eye out for a fire sign woman who does turn out to be a lucky accessory for you. And I don't mean that flippantly. I just mean that she could be insightful in helping you get to the goals that you actually want. She's part of the plan. We come to this one and we see friends and support, and we see the Hanged Man, one of your major arcanas, one of your three. So the Hanged Man often talks to us about times of peace and quiet and slowing down and coming to a crossroads. So some of you might be at a point in your friends zone where you're debating about the people in your life, or some of them. You might be thinking, well, maybe I haven't actually seen that person for a long time, and perhaps I don't have that much in common with them. Maybe you've been associating with a bunch of new people lately and you've come to the conclusion that actually you don't have that much in common, or some of their values are not aligning with yours and you're feeling, juxtapositioned, like just not that happy with some of the things they're doing. These are the types of feelings that can come up when the Hanged Man is in a position like this. So it often is saying to us, take that step back in time and reassess the situations around things like your friendships and the support network. It often also comes to a point where there's a crossroad in your life. So you might be about to take a different direction, which could mean some friends will not be around you. Now, this could be for many reasons. You could be changing jobs, which means you don't see those friends as much. You could be moving house and not see friends as often. You could be changing your belief systems, or, as I said, your integrity values, which means you leave a lot of friends behind. Alternatively, it could be friends doing the very same from their perspective, and therefore they move on for various reasons. The other thing is it tells us that things can be a bit stalled at this time. So if you are arranging events or outings or trips away with people, there might be some hitch or glitch that actually pulls things back, and they get temporarily stopped or stalled. So you might be about to head away on a trip with a bunch of friends, and something happens like it did here in Auckland or New Zealand yesterday. Our capital city, Wellington, the fog descended on it, and every single flight to and from Wellington was cancelled for 36 hours. So that's a long time for a lot of people who were wanting to travel via Wellington to get to places that couldn't. So those are similar events that can happen when the hanged man is around. There is a stalling effect with him. So it could be as literal as that, like a holiday that gets stalled or delayed for a while, or it could be a longer passage of journey that you are making changes and decisions about in your life. The illumination of the head gives us an indication that this is like an epiphany moment in your life, that your values are changing to a degree, and therefore you feel happy when you finally make that decision. It resonates with you at a deeper level. And so there's no great pain involved in any of it. There's no great real loss. It's about acceptance and being true and honest to your values, actually. Also with this, I can sometimes see head and neck and shoulder pains. So whether or not any of your friends are suffering from this over the period of April, and you might be able to assist them with massages or relaxation techniques, or taking them to visit a doctor, or chiropractic appointments, something along those lines is a possibility as well. We come down here to the fifth card and we see the strength, and this is your love and or sex zone of the reading. It's a nice card to get. It gives you the feeling of personal power and personal strength, and that's always a promising place to be in when we're talking about relationships, and especially personal relationships. So that card is a major arcana. It's also a card that is like a life cycle card. See the number 8 above her head? That's the sign of life, eternal life. So there's energies in this card that talk about recycling patterns and recycling people or souls that come into your life. So some of you might actually feel a real strength or connection with a person in your life that is committing the love energy. Doesn't have to be romantic, so it could be a great dear friend, and you find that you have either great strength around this friendship, or you feel personally empowered because of the love and the friendship that's coming. Or for some of you, you could meet a new person in your life who offers this connection and feeling, and they are possibly a soulmate from a previous lifetime, and that's what that number 8 cycle above her head portends to. So in many ways, it's a balance and a harmony energy that's being delivered to you through the power of your connective relationships, and especially ones that harness love. So as I say, it's a positive card, it's empowering, and it's giving you strength and ability. So it's uplifting you. At the same time, if there have been any relationships in and around your life where you have feel disempowered, as if someone has been lording it over you or making you feel weak or undermining you, this could be a time period where you have the ability to jump up and take the lead in these relationships and feel more dominating and strong. But it's not by physical abuse, and it's not by verbal or emotional abuse. It's by just being you and being empowered with the ability to say, no, you won't treat me that way, or hey, you listen to me because I'm right. It's things like that. It's just positive power is the best way I can phrase it. So we come to the next card and we see here the High Priestess, and she is in your plans and goals position. Now, she again is a major arcana card, and she's very spiritual. She talks to us a lot about the deep philosophical and esoteric energy ties and connections we have from our mind, body, and spirit all the way up through to source and universe. And Pisceans and Scorpions are quite often very connective with this type of thought and feeling. So some of you may be thinking of this long term, that your goals are to become more connected at the spiritual level, or to find out more about the esoteric or philosophical realms of life. If this is the case, this might be a period in April where you find heightened awareness of these type of energies. And I did say earlier that April pretends to hold that energy for so many of us on the planet. So keep your eyes open, but keep your feelers out to feel those extra, energy portals coming your way, because I think you guys will really enjoy that when you get that surge of deeper connection. She is, male and female, black and white, night and day, and there's also this tie-in here with the moon, so something about the new moon period in April might resonate with you guys, and it might have something tied up with your long-term plans and goals. You might get information around about that time about planning something that you have been making or planning, for in advance. So also your plans and goals may very well take into consideration the perspective of the spiritual or balance in life, which is male, female, white and black, night and dark. So it's about bringing balance and harmony into your goals and long-term plans as well. The card is also very much about sexual fertility, so there's a possibility some of you are planning on conception or fertility of a pregnancy. But also the word fertility and conception mean other things as well. So it's about newness, new life, new beginnings, new awakenings. All of these might be part of your plans and goals as you move forward. And now is a really good time to enact on that and to really embrace the energy around. So it's a nice card to get. Also, there's a possibility that this is a new relationship coming that you've also been focusing on or asking the universe to deliver to your life. So lots of energy coming your way, Pisceans, and lots of deep, non-seeing. You can't necessarily see it. It's in that etheric realm, but it's definitely there going through the whole reading. It's like fine silver threads passing through with all this knowledge and information for you, much more than the physical plane. This final one is the overall energy vibration for the month. So she is the Queen of Swords. So this could depict a person in your life for the month, which we talked about a little bit because you've got these 3 court cards. So people are playing a role one way or another, either their time that they're wanting or their input that they're putting into your life, whether it be work or family or creative resources. She, the Queen of Swords, is often an older woman and often an air sign, so this could be literally that type of person. It could be a family member, possibly a sister or something along those lines, or a sibling, or an extended family member, an auntie or something. If it's not a person, then it's often to do with communication and legal things, so documentation, and we talked about that a little bit earlier. Things like up here, it could be work documents you're signing, or pertaining to do with homes, like purchasing or buying new homes, or appliances or things like that require a signature and documentation. So you could find the month of April has a lot of communication and a lot of signing of things or reading of documents for yourself. And I wouldn't think that they're necessarily negative. I tend to think that there's more positivity involved with this. But anytime we sign any document, of course, we're committing to something at a certain level. So you have to make sure that the commitment is what you want to be doing, and that you're not being, cajoled into it one way or another, and that you're happy with the length, the duration of what you're signing for, and the final outcome and the commitment of its journey as well. So there you are, Pisceans, a quite nice reading, and as I say, I think there's a lot more that you will connect with as the month goes on at a very personal, spiritual level of your own. So let's put these cards away and have a look at the last card for the reading. And since we are in the 4th month, we will pull from the 4th card down. So I'll just shuffle these again and see what's in store for you guys. Nice. Ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. Yeah, exactly. And again, you see how much this is more about the unseen. So, and it's also about communication. See, so it's saying ask for what you want. It's a really lovely card to finish off with. It's very, very positive. I love the picture of the little pixie there with the dandelion. I remember when I was a little girl, I would rush out to find the dandelion heads in the garden or the grass and pull them up. And if you blew them all off in one go, you would make a wish and your wish would come true. And so I think that's the depiction of the picture on the card here as well. It's about wishing and asking for it and putting it out there to the universe and then expecting that to come back with gratitude. So a lovely finish to a very etheric type reading, a very spiritual reading, and the universe is talking to you again, saying they're definitely active, they're definitely supporting you, and make your wishes, make it known, and then expect it to come true.